Well, hello everyone. Long time no see. I'm glad to see you here. I've got a few cards I've pulled for this new moon that is coming for us. Um, the new moon starts tomorrow, the 19th, and this moon is very important. And the cards that I pulled, I think, will represent what we need to do for that. Hope everyone's doing good. I've been quite busy and doing pretty well myself. So the first card that I pulled is the Six of Wands. And this card is, it represents victory and triumph. It also cautions you not to fall prey to hubris. And to not become lost in self-importance. So for the new moon, this is a time when you want to be reflecting, not trying to manifest things, not trying to set goals. It's a time to be still and to search inward and focus on the things that you need to get rid of, the things that don't work for you any longer. Reestablish what does work for you. The second card that I pulled for this is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is an attempt to escape responsibility. It is the thief who tries to make away with what is not his. So this is also, don't fall prey to self-importance. Don't own things that don't belong to you. Reflect, meditate, work on those things that do work for you, and release the old ways of dealing with things, the old ways that you've handled things, that we've done and handled things in the past. This is a perfect time to release negative energies, negative thoughts, self-doubt. This new moon is perfect for that. The third card that I pulled for this is the Page of Pentacles, or coins. This is diligent studies, practicality, being down to earth, unafraid to embrace a world of physical enjoyment. So in this time of meditation, do things that you enjoy doing, reflect. The things that haven't been working, let them go, or do the best that you can to let go. I know it's easier said than done when someone says let it go. I suppose more what I'm saying is be with it, understand it, understand what the purpose was for the use of it. If it does not serve, find another way to mold it into something that will work to help for the cycle that comes when you do the manifesting, when you do the goal setting. You don't want to do any of that during this particular new moon. This new moon is in Taurus, and it's very strong, very, very powerful new moon. I believe it's also the longest new moon that we're going to have. So there's going to be a lot of emotional things too. So be warned of that, because what you're feeling may not be, what you're really feeling. You may just be swayed by the new moon and its effects. You might be feeling like you want to be combative, maybe, with somebody that you're just not seeing eye to eye, maybe with your job, maybe with a partner, your children. Don't take that route. Step back and just feel what you're feeling, but wait to speak your words, because you don't want to speak words that can't be taken back, that are hurtful or harmful. You want to take this time to really just look at what makes you happy, what brings you joy in life. And anything that is causing you grief or is an obstacle, that should be looked at in a very logical way. Try to remove the emotions from it, because I think any emotional way of dealing with it could have a very devastating outcome, because it's not taking the time to think, and you want to get rid of the old ways. It's really important on this new moon that we work on getting rid of old ways of doing and dealing with things that haven't worked for us in the past, or they did but they're no longer useful. The fairy card that I pulled is the Troll. And the Troll, its steadfast and determination, sees the light. Peace of mind arrives. You will be calmly pursuing your dreams in order to live the life you have envisioned. Through the willpower, you will achieve the target that you are aiming for, and will feel the gratification for your accomplishments. After sacrifice and faithful fortitude, your successful reward will be heartfelt. By using your wonderful influence over others wisely, you will help to make the world a better place for everyone. By taking a chance and being fearless in the face of doubt, you will power and prove yourself to conquer a challenge. I don't know if I can get that picture any more clear for you. Which this works out wonderfully for, hard work and what you've done, what you've been through, what you've gone through, what you're striving for. It will be there. Again, just be very practical about your approach to things. I don't think I can stress that quite enough, that this is not a time for emotional decisions. Not at all, because the emotions are very heightened right now. the moon card that I pulled. What did I pull here? A new start is coming. It's the new moon. Well, that's pretty fun. There is yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way. Be that on a new or better course, or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles, and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now, or something totally new and fresh is on its way. The attuned to the moon says, I'll see it when I believe it. A lot of people are, I'll believe it when I see it. This is saying, I will see it when I believe it. This is a new start. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time when the moon is invisible and time of rebirth. It is time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle, an intensely magical time when it is easier to pierce the veil on the other side. So that was pretty all right. The Sacred Earth Oracle that I pulled for this preservation. The earthly meaning of preservation. A dream is dormant, not lost. The resistance to accept something positive. A slow awakening to love. It is okay to take your time. Emotional barriers. Self-preservation may have become self-sabotage. Rejecting opportunity due to fear or anxiety. The dismissal of kindness or doubt over someone's intentions is unwarranted. The spiritual meaning of this card is peace is a surrendering. Love is vulnerable. Allow yourself to trust and believe that love is here for you. You are safe, protected, and loved by the divine. Let love water the seeds of joy, creativity, and contentment that lie within you. Accept the blessings of this world into your heart so your true self can blossom. Seeds that take refuge in the soil and wait for the rain. Long periods of dry can change the soil so that when the rain comes, the water beads and the surface is unable to penetrate the dry ground. The seeds need the rain to trigger them to life, but the soil has become hydrophobic. a term that literally means fear of water. Of course, the soil is not afraid. Deep down it craves water, but will only become absorbent when exposure to more and more water. Hydrophilic and water-loving soil can absorb and make the most of the lightest of rains, but soil that has been denied moisture for an extended period needs to be exposed to far more before even one drop can be absorbed. When the water finally sinks in, the seeds preserved within the soil abandon their sleep and rejoice in growth. Water is life, so is love. When someone is denied kindness, comfort, or the blessings of life, they can become reluctant or even unable to accept them. But a steady deluge of love will eventually break through the surface. Let the love in. The seeds of hope and joy are preserved within, waiting for love to bring them to life. The rune that I pulled there we go, is, oh, hold on. Sorry guys, sorry. I need my book for this one. Okay, so this is Gateway, place of action, the god Thor, and it is Thurizah. Where are we? Be a lover of gateways, approach them softly, for once you pass through there will be changes, and much that you will gladly lay aside. With a gateway for its symbol, this rune indicates that there is work to be done both inside and outside yourself. Gateway represents the frontier between heaven and the mundane. Arriving here is a recognition of your readiness to contact the numinous, the divine, to illuminate your experience so that its meaning shines through its form. Thurizah is the ruin of non-action. Thus, the gateway is not to be approached or passed through without contemplation. Here you are being confronted with a clear reflection of what is hidden in yourself, what must be exposed and examined before successful action can be undertaken. This rune strengthens your ability to wait. Now is not the time to make decisions. Deep transformational forces are at work, and the next to last of the cycle of runes. Visualization is important. Visualize yourself standing before a gateway on a hilltop. Your entire life lies out behind you and below. Before you step through, pause and review the past, the learning and joys, the victories and sorrows, everything it took to bring you here. Observe it all, bless it all, release it all. For it is letting go of the past you reclaim your power. Step through the gateway now. That also works really well for this new moon. And in my Witch's Wisdom Oracle, let's see what one I'm going to pull for that. So the card that I pulled from the Witch's Oracle is the Witch's Cottage, and it says security. And let me look this up. Within the forest dark and deep is a dwelling, yours to keep. Safe within your home you'll be, assisted by security. The magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There, it is done. Insecurities and lack of self-belief have a habit of manifesting feeling like an outsider, makes it challenging to be positive in the present and fit in. So right now, instead of being on the outside looking in, you have been given the key to let yourself into the Witch's Cottage for a while, where you will find all you need to become a strong enough, where you will find all you need to become strong enough to deal with everything that is hurled at you. Explore every room and discover what it is that you feel you are good at and what you feel most comfortable with. You may find that the kitchen filled with herbs and plants to make medicinal recipes, or perhaps it is the welcome warmth of the hearth where you feel most at home. As you investigate, you will discover the right tools to meet friends and familiars along the way, for you to choose from work with until you feel strong enough and ready to re-emerge with security in as your supporter into the bold and confident witch you really are. Let others in instead of shutting them out. You are protected, supported, and safe. Trust the divine outcome recognizes your strengths and talents. A new home awaits. Rediscover your likes and dislikes. Don't try too hard to fit in. Within the Witch's Cottage, you will find all you need to change and transform your life. Here you will find magic as the cottage hearth or kitchen witch transforms the mundane into sacred. So finding the things that you need to make your life magical and fulfilled and strong, and making all of that part of your day to day. Again, this is another one it's a time for being still, being quiet, listening to what is inside of you. Not trying to seek things outside. Find your strengths, find your weaknesses, work on your weaknesses to make them strengths, and work on your strengths to become stronger. Life is always full of obstacles, hurdles, and many things that we have to overcome, and many things that we can rejoice in. Right now is the time to work through the things that you need to work through. Be done with the things that do not work. Find new ways of coping with things that have caused you anxiety or stress. Things that rob you of your happiness. Find a way to turn those into positives or lessons. That's probably a better word. I don't necessarily know that there's a positive, but a lesson can be a positive. As painful as the lesson is, it is still a positive thing because you have learned something about yourself and about the world around you. And the more you learn about yourself and the world around you and how you interact with the world around you, that opens more doors for you, more opportunity, more happiness, more joy. There are also maybe more obstacles that come with it because growth is painful. And anytime we are growing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that often is a painful process. Very rarely is it a pleasant experience. But when you have learned it and it is a part of you, that's where the beauty comes. That's where the budding flower of what you are becoming is seen. So take some time. Take some time to just rejoice in your victories. To mentally work through what you're going through. Don't put yourself in a place of being trapped in thoughts. Just work through them, walk through them, and get to really know yourself. I think a lot of us don't really know ourselves very well. We think we do. We know the things that we've done and they've worked, and the things that haven't worked, well, they don't work. They will never work. Probably let them go. I'm really sorry it's taken me a long time to get on here and do a video. I'm going to try to work it out. I've got a new book, and I'd like to do a little fun thing where I do a live. I will let everybody know when that happens, and then we'll ask some questions and see what we come up with. I'm really excited about this. This one is one of those I can't do a live thing. I can ask a question, but I don't really know what question I could ask that would be for all of us. But I would like to do a live and have some fun with this book, see what we can come up with together. I think it would be really fun. Again, if you like the video, hit like. If you didn't, go ahead and hit the dislike. If you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload. I will try to be a little bit better, guys, about being able to get these videos done. But I suppose you all know, we all know, life is busy and chaotic and there is so much going on. And I really feel that this meditation set is really talking about just take the breaths. Just take the breaths in and work through what needs to be worked through. Don't act harshly. Don't snap decision make. Don't make any decisions. If you have to make a decision, look at all angles of it and give yourself time to make the decision. Do not make a snap decision about anything. You want to really know everything that is going to be a part of it. So look at all the angles of it. Self-reflection, self-love, and being willing to accept that, accept self-love, accept that you have love to give and you have love to be received. And that's about the only way I feel like we're going to get through a lot of what we're going through. It's a whole lot of understanding of ourselves and a whole lot of understanding of each other. And there will be times where we don't quite know what to think of ourselves or anybody else. And that is why we need to take this time to just really reflect, breathe, and be good. Be good to yourself. Jot down the things you'd like to see change, and then you work on that when that time comes. I thank you guys so much for being here, and I really appreciate your patience with me. I look forward to seeing you again. And as always, be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I love you guys, and thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful new moon, wonderful day, and wonderful night.